guys. You may have noticed that I've been a little absent lately. Sorry about that. So what have I been up to in the last several weeks while I've been away from YouTube? Well, I've been doing a lot of this, and a lot of this, and a lot of this, and also a lot of this. I'm so tired, you guys. But I need to get a video up because it's been way too long. So here I am. So I thought I'd take the opportunity to share a clip with you from a presentation I gave about a week or so ago so that you could have a flavor for what I think about and talk about and, do all day. So whenever I talk about stress and trauma in early childhood, I like to start with a quote from a favorite author of mine who I think just encapsulates this idea of how to approach working with trauma and stress. He says, "We need never be hopeless because we can never be irreparably broken." As a developmental psychologist, this really speaks to me because we know that change is possible and change is continuously possible. We're never completely broken. There's always hope. And it can be really difficult when we get into talking about children and families who are experiencing a lot of stress and a lot of adversity. It can be really difficult to hold on to that hope. And so I like to start by centering a little bit on this idea that we don't need to be hopeless, that there is hope because there is change possible in development. When I was writing Bridging the Relationship Gap in my free time, I guess it's something. I was reading a young adult zombie apocalypse novel. Like you do, And but in this story, I was reading it just like getting me out of writing, getting me out of real life for a while. And it's really good, by the way. It's called The End Games by T. Michael Martin. If you're looking for a good zombie novel. Anyway, but in this novel, there are these two brothers, and they're on a journey together. And the older brother's name is Michael. And the younger brother's name is Patrick. And Patrick sometimes freaks, as it's described in the book. He kind of loses control a little bit. And it's startling for people to witness it. And so they're on this journey together, and they come across this man who's willing to help them along their journey. But in this conversation, Patrick kind of freaks a little bit. He kind of looks like he's about to kind of lose it a little bit. And the man says to Michael, he says, "What the hell's the matter with him?" And Michael thinks, nothing's the matter with him. It's everything around him. And as I was reading this, I was like, oh my gosh, yes, this is perfect. And it encapsulates this idea of it's not what's wrong with you, it's what happened to you, it's what's around you, it's what's happening every day of your life. That is why we see what we see. Now, before you get the wrong idea, I don't spend all day every day doing presentations because I'm an introvert and that would destroy me. Though, if you want me to come and present at your conference or event, please let me know. Contact info is down below. Mostly my days are usually spent in isolation on my computer, and I actually really love it. But I also get to work with really cool people and do really cool projects like this one that got featured in our local newspaper this week, which is super exciting. But I'm finding I'm wrestling a lot right now with spending my time in different ways than I'd like to be spending my time. Like, I'd love to be able to devote more time to writing and producing videos because I think it's really worthwhile, and especially in developmental psychology where there's not a lot of content out there on YouTube. I'd also like to write more blogs and even write another book at some point. Someday. But as I find that the demands on my time keep increasing, it's hard for me to carve out time to spend on the things I really love to be doing. And that's really frustrating. And I suspect I'm not alone in this, so, if you've got any tips for how to survive having not enough time and too many things to do, let me know in comments. I'd appreciate it. I know there are so many creators out there struggling with this question of wanting to do all of the things and, having a full-time job and a life and trying to be balanced. And sometimes in that pursuit of balance, it's easy to become really unbalanced. So I'm working on that. But I'm also determined to reorient some time and focus on some videos in the coming months, especially now that the speaking circuit thing has kind of died down a little bit. I'm excited to carve out time and precious hours to creating again, to writing and making videos, because I think those things have more value than a one-off presentation. I really like creating things that people can take and use in really creative and different ways that they see fit. That's what I love, and I have to find my way back to that. What about you? How do you balance trying to do all of the things while also still trying to be a, real human in the world? Because I could use some help with that. To all the new subscribers, there are a lot of you. Hi! Thank you! You're wonderful! Please don't leave, I promise I'll get back to real content again soon. To everyone, thanks for watching and sticking with me, and I'll see you next time. Hopefully not in 6 weeks. Let's shoot for 2. We'll see. Yeah.